Alright, been a while. So after deciding, on Final Fantasy Adventure, I guess. You may remember if you've been with us long enough, which, let's be fair, how many people actually have. We started Skies of Arcadia Legends, and we played it for one session. And I did always want to go back to it, and we're going back to it right now because, you know what? Why not? Skies of Arcadia Legends, the single, without a doubt, the best RPG on the GameCube. And I can say that with no reservations, because there's basically no competition. The only thing that comes close on the GameCube is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Oh, when we last did this, though, months ago, we were still on the old streaming setup. Everything's changed since then. Oh, when did we do that? I've got that on the YouTube channel, let me check. The 16th of July we did that. That long ago. Like, wow. And we still have the save game. Exactly where we left it, just getting to Valua. Let's get a look at some of the stream stats at the minute. We seem to be all good. We're having a little trouble earlier tonight. Some buffering. Dropped frames for some reason. Yeah. Hey, Ben. Alright, so we're continuing on from where we left off with Skies of Arcadia Legends. Last time was the 16th of July. It's been a while, continuing from that. This is probably going to look weird on the YouTube channel with the archive. So Bane, you've not done... Waiting for the stream's reappearance, Twitch menu. Yeah, Twitch can be awkward like that sometimes. So Bane, you've never played Skies of Arcadia. You'd only seen it when we last did it several months ago. What do you remember about the story from where we were? Just going off your idea, let me know how much I need to refresh for where we're up to. The character models in this have gotten a slight increase in the polygon count from the Dreamcast version. But I don't know what it is. I love the way Dreamcast 3D looks. So you may remember we did this and we did Persona 3 for one stream several months back, and I've been really wanting to go back to both. Alright, so what we had was the game begins with us assaulting a ship. A Valuan Armada ship. This is the Kingdom of Valua. And we rescued a girl that the Valuans had captured. Alfonso, No, we did one stream of this. Just the one. This is where we left off. Alfonso, the captain of the ship, was a coward and a douche. We beat him. We beat his pet. The Valuans have found out that he was a coward and surrendered the ship. Yeah, it was just the one. It's on the YouTube channel. The Valuans found out he was a coward and surrendered his ship, and he's been demoted, which he's not happy about. But the main point of the story is the girl we rescued, we took her back to our home on Pirates Island. And the next day we went to a nearby island to find a moonstone that had fallen. And when we came back, the Valuan Armada had invaded the island, taken the girl back. The girl was called Fina. Taken her back and kidnapped all the pirates. I've seen so many. I appreciate that, Bane, I really do. You have no idea how dead it is when nobody's here. It can be really demoralising, actually. But, you know, you soldier on. But yeah, they took the girl back and took the pirates, and the pirates are sentenced for execution. We've come to Valua to stop the execution and rescue the pirates from Fina. With the help of Drachma, who we convinced to come here to get the harpoon cannon so we can find his white whale, which is actually a purple whale called Rackham, I think it is. Yeah, you were there for the Undertale stream. I keep needing to go back to that, but it's about finding a good time and the motivation for it. Well, that should be all the story reminding you need. Is there actually a... There's Drachma. Here we are, the journal. Who would have guessed that we'd find a girl aboard a Valuan vessel? She said her name was Fina, and she's wearing strange clothes, but she was quite pretty. Dad was a little stern with her at first, but it looks like she's staying with us tonight. Wow, they skip over a lot there. The whole village was burned down, even the flowers that I was growing in front of my house. It's come as quite a shock to come home and find nothing. But we can't just sit here feeling sorry for ourselves, we must save the others. We were rescued by a grumpy old man named Drachma. He treats people a little rough, but he let me take the helm with little Jack for a while. Our destination is a place called Sailor's Island. I hope he'll take us to Valua afterwards. Vice and I won our first battle, our first ship battle today. I've never been so nervous in my life. On the Albatross, we usually just boarded other ships, but since we escorted the merchant back to Nassau, we can finally get into Valua with the passport he gave us. So now we have to set about rescuing the pirates. And that's our story. So Valua, as we were shown in the last video, the last time we played this, is divided into two halves. The lower Valua, which is poor, and upper Valua, which is stupid rich. With Valua Castle in the middle. Hello! So the people of Lower Valua try to get by with the best they have. I think she might be blind. The way she's rubbing the hand across the book, it suggests she's reading Braille. Sacres crystals. Sacres is healing. Anything up here? This leads back to where we were. That's the chest. Nobody here? Yeah, so... Skies of Arcadia. I like Skies of Arcadia. It's one of my favourite RPGs, but I've not played it in years. Even up to this point, I haven't played it in years. The furthest I played it, the last time I played it properly, was... to the area after we're done here. Already equipped, but that'll be useful actually. Give that to Ica. The Valua Rang. I say there's something about the Dreamcast in particular that I really love. The way it handled 3D. I don't really know what it is. It's a really weird midpoint between PS1 and PS2. Yeah, we should be good to go with this, actually. So since I got a Dreamcast, we do actually have the option of playing this on Dreamcast. But there's only one thing the Dreamcast version does better than the GameCube version, and that is the music. In the GameCube version, the music is somewhat compressed. Probably because the Dreamcast version was 2 discs, the GameCube version's 1 mini DVD. Beyond that, it has a higher polygon count, a lower encounter rate, because the Dreamcast version's kind of notorious for its pretty high encounter rate. The GameCube version lowered that and boosted the experience you get from each battle to compensate. Name's Marco. There's also, I don't know if the discoveries were in the Dreamcast version, but if they were, there's more discoveries in this. There's also the bounty system, which is new to this game. You know, I'm not sure, because you are right, we are doing Final Fantasy VIII. I'd love to keep doing this. Final Fantasy VIII probably isn't going to be overly long. What I could do is do this for today, and then continue it after Final Fantasy VIII? I don't know, we'll see. Execution at the Colosseum. Yeah, I've heard the PS2 version has some serious issues. Since the HD version actually came out, or originally on PC, the Anniversary Edition, which they've renamed to the Grandia 2 Remaster or something since the HD version of the first game came out. I was looking into whether it's actually comparable with the Dreamcast version, and a bunch of the info I found says that the Dreamcast version is still better. Like, the HD version's better than the PS2 version, but the Dreamcast version's still the best. So if we ever get around to Grandia 2, I probably will do the Dreamcast version. Dreamcast is such a cool console. Love it. I really do want to play Skies of Arcadia on there, but there's no real reason to, is the main thing. Like, the only benefit you're getting is the music, and the music's fantastic, especially when you hear it fully uncompressed. Though, to be fair, you're not gonna notice the compression unless you actually have it side by side. Yeah, it's one of those things, if you don't have the original version to compare it to, you're not going to know exactly what's wrong. So any problems with the game, you may have just chalked up to being problems with the game. Well, there is the HD version now. Yeah, why not? We'll use the inn. I do love the GameCube, though. Not the captain. We do have to be aware, though, that the execution is scheduled for tomorrow. You know, I can see that. Thinking about RPG menus, like the latest RPG I've played that was menu-based like that was Persona 5. And Persona 5 has that really slick menu that's really nice. And it is really good because instead of going through a menu system, you have different functions mapped to different buttons. And it works really well. Oh, Colosseum's spelt wrong. So I probably mentioned this during the first session, but every time you get a choice, if you pick a choice and you hear that sound, it means you've made the right choice. It doesn't change how the game goes, but it affects your reputation. Yeah, and they spell Colosseum wrong. 2 S's.
Yeah!
Yeah, basically, respect up. The highest rank for your title is, I think, Vice the Legend. And you are basically never going to get that without a guide. Someone's spying on us. Get him! Jeez, Ica, how much do you lift? Gotcha. Zachary Crystal, yeah. Nowhere to run, kid. Well, you know, in a well-designed RPG, there's plenty you can do, if it's intuitive and stuff. But, like, this game's doable without a guide. I did it without a guide. I found a lot of the discoveries without a guide. I did most of the bounty system without a guide. The reputation stuff, though, because it requires specific actions throughout the entire game. If you're after the best title, it is very much a guide requirement. Like a scarecrow. Oh, well, guess we have to kill you. It's the sewers. Well, here's our next dungeon, the Catacombs. I'm not sure if this is the only sewer dungeon in the game. Though it feels like basically every RPG has a sewer dungeon. We'll talk about this with Final Fantasy VIII on Sunday when we're doing the Delling City sewers. There's like so many games have sewers. I don't think anybody can do a full 100% run at 12 without a guide. Like, chances are, without a guide or some kind of hint telling you what to do, you wouldn't actually be able to beat Izumat. You'd think just unkillable. Yeah. So, facial animations were a big thing following the PS1 generation. Although I really do like the thing they do here with the facial textures, like having different pictures essentially being used to show different emotions on the faces. It's a really nice style. I think Mega Man Legends did it before this. If you've ever played Mega Man Legends. To the Colosseum. Well, let's go. Now, there's going to be a boss fight in the Colosseum, and when I was younger, the first time I played this, I got stuck there. I'll explain like why when we get there, but I got really stuck there for a while. Ended up restarting the game before I managed to get past it. I don't think there's actually a decent place to grind now. I don't think you can leave until you're done here, so you can't go back out to grind. And I think once you're in the sewers, I don't think you can come back up to the inn. And if you haven't got a place to go and heal, then you know, you're not grinding. Oh, where am I? Ooh, chest. Moonberry. Alright, let's see this. Can't get a new one yet. Nope, can't get any new ones. Gotta keep an eye out for G monsters. Yeah, the moonberries used to get new special moves. But it looks like we can't get any right now, we'll have to progress the story. Where am I? Isn't there a camera reset button? Oh well. Okay, so straight up sewers. Well, that's pretty decent though, it maps out as you go. That's nice. And that awesome Skies of Arcadia battle theme. Did I change the title? No, I did not. Go. Gotta make sure people know playing Skies of Arcadia. Oh, great. This has gone well immediately. So we have the different elements on our weapons. Green is life, fire. I think that's ice. That's water. Discount flans. I love the way this whole battle system works. Like the camera, you can just move around like this. It's really neat. Let me see this. Yeah, purple's ice. Green isn't always life. Sometimes green is cheese and onion. I don't think I have anything to... No, I don't. I don't have anything for poison. Ooh, nice.
Give me strength.
So Skies of Arcadia revolves around the 6 moons. Green,
Let's try this.
green, red, blue, purple, yellow, and silver. Each one essentially governs the kind of magic and the prosperity of...
Is it over already?
the prosperity of the continent underneath. Valua is underneath the yellow moon, which means they have abundant they have lightning storms, which means they have abundant electricity. What does this one do? Boost defense and magic defense and protects against poison. That's definitely good. Alright, let's get going. I don't remember if there's any other sewers in this game. Hope not. But that said, dungeon design in this game is kind of Square. Not Square the company, not Square Soft, like everything is very square in its design. Okay, so what I want is to take this guy out before he starts poisoning everybody. Come on, Vice. Nice. Okay. And we'll have Drachma attack the Syrup. It's kind of horrifying looking. Yeah, when you got your fully 3D cameras and everything, yeah. I mean, don't go wrong, I suppose the square design of the dungeons allowed for more complex dungeon layouts. Like, the dungeons get pretty expansive. I really feel like there should be a camera reset button. And there isn't, there's just like 2 buttons to do the same thing. Start turns the map off, Z turns the map off. And the C stick doesn't have a clicky. So that doesn't do it. Oh boy. I aim Alpha Storm at this one. The positioning is important for specific attacks in this. The big issue, though, and something I gave Final Fantasy 13 crap for, is despite positioning being important for specific attacks, you have no control over your positioning or enemy positioning. Okay, there we go. So that hit all of them. And killed those things before they could explode. Good. I think for the most part it's only the special moves that positioning applies to. Nice.
It looks like we've won.
Level up. You might wonder why Drachma's like way above Ica and Vice. And that's because Drachma's not always with us. Is it? I forget if characters still level up when they're not with you. It's a shame that Sega hasn't re-released this on anything since the GameCube, because this is a fantastic game. Okay, if I use Cutlass Fury on the Mind Stealer and have Ica and Drachma attack one of these Cryle Hounds, see how tough they are. Well, that's told me they're not very tough at all. Also not very tough. And finish that, and one turn finish is something I'm happy with.
That was easy.
If there's one thing I think victory theme in RPGs really needs to convey, it's actual victory. And I feel like too many RPGs kind of miss the mark with that. Like Final Fantasy 13. Pirate box. And we'll be right back to what's in this treasure chest after these short battles. Yeah, that was a weird thing. There was, I remember a few years back, there was the big suggestion that Sega were going to be putting Skies of Arcadia and Shenmue. It was those two specific games on PS3 and 360, and it never happened. Nice. So one cool thing about the battle animations is every character has a close range attack animation and a long range attack animation. And there's no difference between the two for damage or anything. You don't get to choose which one you do. It's based on positioning of your current enemies. And you. Yeah, hopefully. Like, Sega's been really lax with some of this stuff.
That wasn't so bad.
Like some of the stuff that was ported over. But even then, like, with the exception of Shenmue and Shenmue 2 HD, their more recent HD projects have been very, like, not even HD most recent porting / emulation jobs have been very lackluster. I'm specifically looking at the Sega Mega Drive's Classic, which Sonic 2 Part 3 went up today. It was recorded on that, the Xbox One version of that, and it's very lackluster, the entire thing. It's poor emulation.
Back off! Alpha Storm!
There's also that one. There's several re-releases of stuff like Sonic 1. And the fact that Sonic 3 and Knuckles haven't been re-released in like a long time. There's the version of Sonic 1. So I did the Sega Ages version, which is a really solid version. There were some extra features. Yeah, I was not expecting 3 Metropolis, so I was like, what the hell? But there's also the version of Sonic 1 that went up on mobile, like, years ago. I think you can still get it for Android. Probably not for iOS. That looks like it could be the way forward. But the version of Sonic 1 for Android and iOS was fantastic. And it's a shame that it's only available on there, and the same's true of Sonic 2. Sonic 2 was ported to Android and iOS by Christian Whitehead using his retro engine. And it's a fantastic port. And it has a hidden palace zone added back into it. And it's really good, and it's never seen a release of anything other than mobile. I had some version of Sonic 1 on my phone back in high school. But I think it only went up to like Marble Zone. But like, those two versions of Sonic 1 and 2 are fantastic, and they've never been re-released. And it's really weird that Sega never did it. But it's another point that Sega's just been very lax with a lot of the stuff. Yeah. Buying games in parts like that was always horrible.
Back off! Alpha Storm!
Main benefit of Alpha Storm is that it can hit multiple enemies. Okay, we have her attack the Krill Hound, and Drac will attack the Mind Stealer as well.
Yeah!
I was going to leave the Krill Hound alive. Like, backwards compatibility, though.
We did it!
It's really been shown this generation in particular just how much of a bugbear the entire thing is. And how much we really need it. Oh, that was probably worth it. Nice. A chance to poison the target. That's good. And what we'll do is we'll give Drachma the Valuan armor. Really is a case of, like, you need, if you want to be playing these old games, you need to have all these old systems. It's like, look at some... Oh, I remember what that is. You look at something like Sonic Adventure, and you can get Sonic Adventure for Xbox 360, it's backwards compatible on Xbox One, but the HD version is notoriously buggy. It's not a good conversion. Which means if you want to play Sonic Adventure 1 in a decent way, your best bet is GameCube or Dreamcast. Dreamcast is arguably the better version for several reasons. You know, there really is a point to make with stuff like Super NT and the Analog NT and the Mega NT they've got. These old systems just aren't as accessible anymore, and there's the hope that I have that maybe we'll get these clone systems like that for more stuff. But the minute you start bringing discs into the equation, everything becomes more complicated. Oh, a lot of emulation is problematic. And it's the weird thing, like, Super Nintendo emulation hasn't been perfected. How crazy is that? But then when you get to something like Dreamcast or PS2, like, the PS2 had incredibly awkward hardware. Alright, there's the box. Gonna do this. No fanfare, no build-up, no, just walk into the room and bam, boss fight. This looks similar to something, I can't think what. Actually, Vice Attack, Ica, Use Crystali, and Drachma Attack. Trying to figure out what a good element is for this. Okay, so it's using ice, so fire would be a good suggestion. The emulation is always problematic. No, that's not good. It has bones inside it, that's a neat touch. Uh-oh. Damn it. I don't think I've got any way of dealing with poison. Yeah, this is where they got the inspiration for Bo, right, Joe? Yeah, I think fire's going to be the way to go for this. There's so much to love about Skies of Arcadia, and it's a shame the game isn't more readily available. This is a fantastic classic RPG. I played Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, and it has a Skies of Arcadia track and Vice as a playable character, and I loved it. The minute I unlocked Vice, I didn't play as anybody else. I loved it. Yeah, you could do with a heal.
Let's try this.
So there is an issue that I need to be aware of here that I will explain after we're done with this fight. Like I said, first time I played this, I got stuck here. I love that the music changes like that. Like, there are two games that really put me on to the beauty of a good variable mix like that. It's this, and Indiana Jones and the Empress 2 was also fantastic for it. The way the music will go up or down depending on whether you're winning or losing.
Here goes.
Oh boy, here we go again. And Drachma's poisoned. Let's do this. If we hold on one more turn, we can do Drachma's special tackle, which should do good damage because Drachma's the most powerful character we have. So you can always tell whether or not there's going to be a counter attack when the box at the top that says attack, if it sticks around longer. Huh. But it doesn't get rid of poison. There we go, tackle, which I don't think we've seen at all. Counter. Uh-oh.
Take that!
This game's so good.
Let's try this.
Should be able to finish it this turn. Pull off one more Cutlass Fury and everybody attacks. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I said that. I looked in the archive for it. The 16th of July. And it's like, wow, it's been a while. In Cram. Okay, let me see. We just got something. What was it? Increases max HP. That's a good idea. See, it's for reasons like this that we really need a center camera button. Alright, that should be good. Love the detail in the environment here. It's just a load of bones as you approach this area. And then the monster itself had a load of bones in it. Not far off for a year. The anniversary of the channel is in March. Or the anniversary of the first LP we uploaded. There we go. Can't see him. Yeah, that's a neat looking helmet design. Feeling that first game we streamed. Actually, the first game we did a Let's Play of. The first game we streamed was Dark Souls. What up, people? Everybody escape to the sewers. And the way the helmet looks like this huge gaping mouth. Really cool. So the trouble I had the first time I played this was this fight. This fight's hard.
Bring it on!
Come on. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's nasty. Really, that was the first stream. I recall that happening. I don't remember that being the first stream, but then again, I don't really remember the first stream that well. I remember bits of it. Go on, Drachma. Nice. Oh, I believe you. Memory alcoholic. What about all those times I've corrected you on things? Yeah, we have good memories for different things. Nice. Now we can focus on the big guy. Costs 2 SP, I don't want to do that yet. Tackle. This guy has a problematic attack, I don't remember what it is. I remember it's a pain, I don't remember what it does. That's probably it. It looks flashy. That could be it. Again, positioning becomes really important. Like in Final Fantasy XIII. Unlike Final Fantasy XIII, you can continue with one party member. One of the big problems with Final Fantasy XIII was if the leader went down, that was it. And the game was not designed for that. I guess using a Sakra's crystal then drop me.
Let's try this.
Here we go.
This should work. Ha! Ah! Ha!
Yeah, this fight should actually go really easily. Maybe I was just an idiot when I was a kid.
Here goes.
I feel like red isn't actually the best option here. That's going to hit both of us. Again, the problem with positioning. Have you enjoyed that, friend? Because that's your last turn. Go.
Take that! That was a tough fight.
Having another character who knows healing is a good idea. Thank you, Valua. I won't be here all week because the guards are after me. See ya. Time to go. Ica, if you would heal me, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get out of here. And the obvious fake wall was fake. But you can't go down there until after this, after you've done that boss fight. But it gives us another way out. Thanks, Marco. So we rescued the pirates, but we still need to find Fina. Magic droplet. Sacred crystal, definitely make use of those. Trouble is going to be Valua's big gate. Again, they spelled Colosseum wrong. I wonder what that's about. But yeah, we still need to get Fina. Taken to the palace. Hmm. Oh, that meets the eye. See, you want to go and save Fina, but laying low's a good idea. You see, and that was the wrong option. Yep, so now we have 5 of the 6 moonstones.
Uh-huh.
And once we get a moonstone, we can start learning the magic that corresponds with that colour. Sneak aboard a rail car to the palace. Yeah, you gain magic experience by using the coloured moonstone in battle. The more you use it, the more magic experience you get for that colour, and the more spells you'll learn for that colour. And that's how you learn new spells. Now it's just Ica and Vice again. Kind of a shame because Drachma's our heavy hitter. And a fight like this is not something I want to walk into. And because we've lost Drachma, we also gain less focus per fight, and we have less of a max of focus, which everything gets trickier now. Oh, because the game gets harder, because we just have less characters. That's the interesting thing. It shows blue. Haste spell is blue magic. That's interesting. It's certainly something worth learning. You end up with a point, once you end up with, because I'm pretty sure you can have 4 characters in your party, and once you get to the first point where you have 4 characters, it's probably worth grinding for a little while to get a bunch of spells.
Is it over already?
Sacres. Hey Clem, how you doing, buddy? Sacres is the more powerful healing, isn't it? 1000 HP rather than 500. improves hit percentage and attack power. Warrior's Rune improves attack power, defense, hit percentage, and dodge. And it's just far better. Yeah, not doing too bad. We're playing Skies of Arcadia again. We did one stream of Skies of Arcadia months ago in July. We've come back to it because I've been meaning to come back to it for ages, and we did. Final Fantasy Adventure for like an hour, and then I lost interest. I'll probably go back to Final Fantasy Adventure at some point with Adventures of Mana, the remake. But whether that'll be on stream or like just a personal thing, I don't know. Ew. Hell, nasty. Was that a silver spell? I wasn't paying attention. Eternity. Oh, crap. That spell is that's a percentage-based thing. It has a chance of causing instant death. That's not a good thing to run into when we only have 2 characters. The speech in this game. Let's finish this guy. So how's Code Vein going then, Clem? You said you were enjoying it last time. Still stuck on the second boss? Health's getting kind of low. This is the exit. No, still got a little way to go yet. This is a situation where I really wish we had enough for Alpha Storm immediately.
Here goes!
Skies of Arcadia, which we're currently playing, is a classic JRPG released for the Dreamcast. And was later ported to the GameCube. We are playing the GameCube version, Skies of Arcadia Legends. Massive enemies. Does the game make it easier to handle multiple enemies than Dark Souls does? Because that is one thing that becomes a big problem in Dark Souls very quickly when you've got more than one enemy. I should have used Alpha Storm. Just keep getting stuck. I hate that. I really do. That's good. The Dark Souls all weren't good, but one-on-one combat being the main focus of the game. Yeah, you don't focus on magic, and if you are focusing on magic, you kind of want to be focusing entirely on magic. How much does Sacras cost? It costs 4 SP, but do all spells cost 1 MP? Yeah, they do. So if I'm using it outside of battle, There's no need to use Sacra. That sounds interesting. I really need to get into Code Vein at some point. I'll actually pick it up. I also need to get back to God of War. I've not played it since Monday. No, I don't think I played it on Monday, actually. Sunday, maybe? Friday? It might have been like a week. Yeah. What's up, Marco? Oh, you look sad, Marco. That's good to hear. Alright, Ben, we'll be here when you get back. Oh yeah, load of games on so many systems. I mean, I'd love to continue with Skies of Arcadia, but I've done it before. It's one of the main things. Might continue it after Final Fantasy VIII. Make the Sunday stream just the stream for myself more than completing games that I've not done before. Well, why don't you come with us, Marco? Meanwhile, at the Imperial Palace. Sylvite. Ruler of the Valuan Empire, Empress, Theodora the First.
Come.
Prince of Valua, Enrique. You can't walk the path of an emperor and worry about the petty concerns of the people. I mean, it's not like we're voted in. Six moon crystals scattered all over the world. Gigas. You think maybe I should be reading all this? Like reading it out loud in voices? Gigas. Humans must never control the Gigas.
Mother!
Yeah, she's not. Not very composed as a ruler, is she? It's like, yeah, no, we need this girl so we can get these weapons of mass destruction to rule the world. And Fina's like, no, you're a power-hungry dictator. It's like, we'll kill her. The moon crystals. A part of it is I'm not great with... Part of my reluctance with it is I'm not great with voices. And part of it is I end up settling with voices that actually really hurt my throat. It's like we did Final Fantasy VIII, it was last Sunday, the Sunday that just went. And I did one line.
Your Majesty.
Wasn't even a line in the game. It was like I did the Babura, and because of the state of my throat anyway, it screwed me up for like the rest of the stream. Yeah, Fina is apparently something called a Sylvite. Oh no, I don't feel bad about it, man. It happens. But now we're in Upper Valua. Yeah, that became kind of a running joke for myself. Every time the Plagas appeared written down, I'd always just... Like, it didn't start that way. It's like, if you rewatch the LP, it starts off and there's a bunch of points where the Plagas appears written down, and I said it normally. I think it was after I got to the castle when I started saying it like that. That line really irritated me when I was younger. We're in Upper Valua now, there's Lower Valua. This is the rich place full of snobs. Yeah, alright, take your time, Clem. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Like, my Schwarzenegger impression isn't great, and it's mostly just a case of shouting. Okay, so we got three choices here. If you say you're a relative of Admiral Alfonso, the guy will be like, oh! The guy will be like, oh, excuse me. If you say you're from a poor but noble family, they'll be like, huh. And I forget what he says if you say dime family, he doesn't recognise the name. Yeah. Relative of Admiral Alfonso. Poor but noble. Yep, and that's Upper Valua. Just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare me my life from this monstrosity. What use is a bathtub made of gold? It's one of those things of, it's extravagance for the sake of extravagance without any practicality. And more than anything, it comes across as stupid. Is there a chest over there? Nope. What can we see from the bridge? Excesses of the rich, yep.
Wow.
We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves actually, but up of Valua, the excesses of the rich and the arrogance of the rich is the motivation of the main villain. Yeah, he didn't really miss much, Clem. We just talked to a couple of people and now we're in a cutscene. If I remember, I'll remind you during Ali's stream later, because she said she's streaming tonight. And I don't want to miss any more of the Metal Gear Solid 2 stream. Fina. Oh, she's not in the palace, she's over there. Looks like we're doing a train robbery. Yeah, don't worry about it, Clint. It says only if I remember. Well, you know what we're gonna have to do. Gotta jump onto the roof. Who needs a plan B? Did you do Lost Number? Good work, Ica. I love this game. This game's great. It has so much personality. Just, was that all you did that for? You redid most of the game to rename Red 13 to Red 13. Because Sex Map was a fine name. I remember when I did Lost Number when I streamed Final Fantasy VII. It is a little nerve-wracking just to get through Lost Number that early on. Nicolette's get orange. I didn't do any manipulation. Bane, do you remember what colour I ended up with? Did I do manipulation actually? I forget. Probably didn't. But that said, working it so you end up with the magic. We end up with the like throwing magic at it so you can use sandal attacks is certainly an idea I would consider smart. I got orange. Alright, that's good. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I ended up throwing magic at it so I could use physical attacks later on. You know, on top of a train is always a really cool battlefield. Is it? I used to get the specifics of Lost Number, which one's which.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. This is such a cool battlefield. Galcian here already? Oh. Not as big as he looked. None of the people. I thought the sex map was fine. I just thought Bread 13 sounded really funny, but sex map was funny as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is an interesting thing. Galcian's walking towards us, and we need to get away from him. And getting to the front of the train is also our objective anyway. I don't know if he gets closer during fights. Probably not, because they're turn-based. Well, that'll be why I probably aimed for orange, so I could use physical attacks. I don't know.
That was easy.
It was a while ago that I did 7. It was like the second game. No, it wasn't the second game stream, because I did Dark Souls, and then while I was doing Dark Souls, I took a break for a little bit and did Resident Evil 2. Museum Mike Mystery.
Here goes.
You know, speaking of robots like that with armored core, I really want to go through Front Mission 3 at some point. I've had it for a while and I've never done it. You know, I think the only Front Mission I don't have is Front Mission 2. I have the DS version of 1 and a fan translation of the original version of it for Super Famicom. Front Mission 3 I have on PS1. I have Front Mission 4 on PS2, and I have a fan translation of Front Mission 5. I think that's the Scars of War. I actually saw a list earlier today, yesterday, of like the worst games of this year or most disappointing games of this year, and one of them was Left Alive, which I'd completely forgotten about. You got the Super Famicom version, nice. I love the box art for the Super Famicom version.
Here goes.
Yeah, I completely forgot Left Alive was coming out, and then I saw it yesterday and was like... And then this morning, or this afternoon, sometime today, I remembered what Left Alive actually was. Like that, the weird Metal Gear survival kind of game, I think it was. That's set in the Front Mission universe, but isn't Front Mission. Oh, that's not good. Really hope it doesn't apply to super moves. I mean, I guess it does, because that did not do as much damage as it really should have.
Here goes.
Sacred Crystal. Sacred Crystal.
Let's try this.
Yeah, Front Mission 3 is a game I've been wanting to play for a while, and I just never sat down with it.
Here goes.
It's always a little intimidating to jump into a new RPG. Oh. Alrighty then. So we'll focus on you then.
Here goes!
Uh-oh. That's a bunch of damage. You know, you can skip these. I've not really been in the mood to. Using yellow, what would be the antithesis of yellow? Alpha Storm this. Wonderful.
Back off! Alpha Storm!
One down. Also means Vice is going to get countered. Just a little poke. Try ice. I forgot to memorize the numbers. Yeah, well, doesn't matter anymore. Oh, he's healing himself. I hope these guys have a limited amount of magic.
Moons, give me strength!
There we go. If he doesn't heal himself, it'll be the next turn.
Here goes!
Finish him. No, come on. Ika's got way more personality than Penelo. Well, we rescued Fina. We should probably get moving though, because Galcian's still out there after us. Much more. Yeah. I'm thinking the time we've actually played this game now, Ika's done more than Penelo does for like the entirety of Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, you know, that's fair enough. Although, having the choice, I'd rather have Penelo in the party than Van. That's right. But to be fair, Alfonso was easy to make a fool out of. He practically does it himself. Yeah. You like... Oh no! The Valua army has said that I'm not allowed to fly the skies freely. Well, it's a good thing I'm a pirate and I don't care. Idiot. Alright, this could be bad. Cavalry! So long, old man. I love it when a plan comes together.
Thank you so much.
Still gotta get out of Valua. Well, that could be a problem. It also doesn't help that half the gate's covered in guns. Well, you know, it's been like 6 months. I hope I still remember how to do a ship battle. Do this. Again, they just spelled Coliseum wrong. I don't know why. That's not baby. Focus and guard for this turn. You're about to see some strategy, boys and girls. That gate shuts, we've not got a chance. Unleash the harpoon cannon, which takes 15 spirit points. Kind of problematic. With any luck, we'll be able to fire it next turn. Can't hold out like this forever. The harpoon cannon will tear through that enemy ship way faster than our cannons will. Is. We can make it that move. Rock and roll this. And get out of here like a bat out of hell. Yawn when the morning comes. They've put themselves in the right position. Here we go.
Harpoon cannon, fire!
Let's do it. And we're off. Dude, the big vice, go through the other side, the side without the guns. Boy, I hope they don't start firing those of us. Good thing I didn't drop my hat. What a happy ending. Now Valua will never bother us again. Let's go home, to the island where they know where we live. Boy, I hope they don't come over again with their armada. Again. Kidnap everybody. Again. Was Galcian just stood there the entire time watching us? And this should be where we learn what the main quest of the game actually is. The Silver Civilization. Story of the world. Each civilization harnessed the power of its moon by learning to use moonstones as a source of energy. The entire world went through a technological revolution, but technology advanced faster than the people wielding it. The leaders of each of the civilizations became corrupt, and their ambition led them to war. They used their technology to create weapons. These weapons were called Gigas. They were gigantic living weapons capable of destroying whole islands. Very real. When the ancient civilizations went to war, they unleashed the Gigas on each other. So many people died. And then something happened. The rains of destruction fell. No one knows exactly what caused it. Moonstones fell from each of the moons. They fell for what seemed like an eternity. Thousands of stones fell at a time like a rainstorm. It was almost as if the moons wanted to make sure that their powers could never be misused again. Millions died in the rains. Stones battered the lands and leveled the cities. All of the ancient civilizations were destroyed, and only a few survivors remained. Even if the Rains of Destruction never happened, the Gigas would have destroyed the world anyway. Now there are people who try to reawaken the Gigas. That's what the Valua Empire is trying to do. To command the Galagas, necessary to find the moon crystals, a highly concentrated form of moonstone, scattered throughout the world, searching for the crystals so they can reawaken the Galagas, with all of them under Valuan control. So basically, that's our quest for the rest, for like most of the rest of the game. And we also get introduced to Fina's weapon. This is a Dreamcast model. Pupil's kind of interesting. You can, because Fina doesn't really get new weapons like everybody else does. You upgrade Pupil, and I don't exactly remember how you do it. There's specific items for it. But the more you upgrade Pupil, the stronger it gets, and it takes the form of different weapons.
Yes.
Also, Drachma was just there, just not really doing anything. Now we have the Silver Moonstone, that's all 6 Moonstones. Oh wait, there it is. Not there, wait. Where is it? There it is. Moonfish. Sacre Crystal. There, let's go. There we go. Oh god, no, I have no use for a Wigglytuff. How sicko do you think I am? Good times. Final Fantasy XII had the Sky Pirates, in this game it's Air Pirates. You'll also note this is a better game. So we call them Air Pirates. Talk to me, pal. I don't know, were there sky pirates in... Oh, they fixed the hole. Were there sky pirates in Tactics? 'Cause it is an Everless game. I may be an air pirate, but I'm a gentleman. I refuse to look through a lady's dresser without permission. Alright, let's just go talk to Dine. There you go, kids. Yeah, it looks a lot better now, it's not destroyed. But again, it's a case of they know where we live. They came here last time anyway. Make sure to save the game. And let's head into the hideout that Valua's got to know about because they destroyed the Albatross. The Albatross. Why there's a chest there? The camera for this game is kind of like the camera in the original Kingdom Hearts. If you played the HD collection on PS3, your camera control is mapped to the right analog stick. In the original game, it was mapped to L2 and R2. It was mapped to the right analog stick for the HD version, where in the original version, the right analog stick controlled the menu in... That's how you upgrade Cupid. You know, I forget if this is actually something that was changed in the GameCube version. The Dreamcast version had a thing called Cupid's Quest, which was playable. It was a game you downloaded to the VMU, the little memory card the Dreamcast has. Where is this chap? That's not what I'm after. There we go. Jeez, that was more than it needed to be. Yep. So we get more of those and feed them to Cupil, and Cupil will eventually get stronger. And do more damage. Which is good, considering Cupil is Fina's basic attack. That's good, I like that. Very high cost, though. But it should be a good move. And a Blessing Lunar Glyph. Where is the captain? Maybe he's down at the bottom. Let's take the pole. Going down. Okay, it's weird that you can climb up the pole. Yeah, no, you can just straight climb up. Meliodas? I actually don't get what you're referencing there, Clint. Seven Deadly Sins. It's on my backlog of stuff to read, but I've not gone around to it yet. What up, Ma? Yeah, it's on Netflix, isn't it? Yeah, I've not watched anime in a while. Reading manga more now. I have been for a while now. It's quicker to go through. Anime tends to be really drawn out. I got the game backlog, I have the manga backlog, I have the TV backlog that I'm just not doing anything with because I'm playing games. It's like I sat down and watched The Witcher on Monday, like all of The Witcher. And it's the first time I've watched anything in months. And so I keep meaning to sit down and watch the Star Wars original trilogy, and I've just not gotten around to it. That reminds me, I got the despecialized versions. Though I've got a problem with episode 5. It has the audio for episode 4 for some reason. I've not been able to figure out what the problem with it is. We're going off on our quest, our adventure, on the high skies. Be careful, guys, because Valua knows where we live. They're probably going to come back. Well, the way it works, the despecialized versions are... they're essentially patches that you're supposed to apply to the movies themselves. Because the idea is the people behind them, it's usually credited to one guy. It's called Harmy's despecialized version, but it's a group with Harmy at the head. But they've put them out, rather than putting them out as video files, they've put them out as patches, basically, so you have to own the movie in some way to actually use it. They look pretty good. Moon crystal in the lands under each of the moons. Yellow moon of Valua and the red moon of Nessa. Now that we've got the harpoon cannon, we can go straight through the stone reefs.
Yes.
Hey,
We're off on an adventure. Woo. Yeah, we're all fully healed. Well, time to go east. Meow. Right, let me get a look at the map. What's my map? Okay, so we're here. We need to head around here. Which means we should head north to Sailor's Island? There it is, yeah. Head north to Sailor's Island. We'll travel along the stone reefs. What is the line they replaced it with? I don't recall it. A Shrine Island. Here we go. The first four-person battle. Aim for the looper. Fina's at level 1, jeez. That's not good. Does she have any magic? She knows 2 of the silver magics. So she needs to learn everything else. Alright, here we go. Nice. The looper is like the Metal Slam in this game. It's hard to hit and it usually runs away. Alert man, prepare my stance drive for my arrival. Yeah, it's a weird thing to replace the shuttle dialogue with. Okay, so there's Cupid. Currently, he doesn't transform into anything.
That was easy.
So Fina should level up pretty quick, actually. You know, I really don't like how, essentially, every time they change something in the re-releases, that change is essentially canon. Domingo. Oh, you're the guy we compete with for the discoveries. Yeah. The way the discoveries work, you have until a specific point in the game to find specific discoveries. And if you don't find them, this guy will find them. And the problem with that is, if you find a discovery and report it to the Sailors Guild, you get money for it. If he finds one first and reports it to the Sailors Guild, in fact, if he reports his find to the Sailors Guild before you do, because you can find it, but if you don't report it to the Sailors Guild, he'll report it before you do. He'll have found it as well. In which case you don't get paid for it. Oh yeah, I forgot we defeated that Baltor. Okay, so discovery info. We don't have any info. Perfect balance. Near Maramba, that Harvard Sand and Desert should be pretty easy to find. We should be able to find that today, actually, since nobody's found it yet. And any info... Sworn vengeance against me. Rupee of the Larso clan, I remember this guy. Leader of the legendary Larso clan. The former leader passed away recently, so it was thought they disbanded, but they recently attacked Maramba. They are known for fierce strength, so prepare to defend and heal yourself. If I remember rightly, bounties level up with you. Yeah, nobody likes that. The fact that the entire movie just stops for that. A black spot. And the Angel of Death. That is actually a side quest exclusive to Legends. Yeah, nobody likes that. The entire movie stops for that whole thing. And it looks awful. And it does like the really close zoom into it. And pretty much essentially breaks the fourth wall as well. Wait a minute, no, it's not Cupil's quest. Vice the Determined, nice. It's not Cupil's quest in the Dreamcast version, it's Pinter's quest. I knew that sounded wrong. And this guy is Pinter. And in the GameCube version, they didn't really replace it with anything. So this guy's just here. Kind of a shame. Kind of surprised they didn't have any kind of Game Boy Advance interactivity with it. Would have been a nice replacement. Alright, let's see about weapons. Grab one of these and equip it. Grab one of these and equip it. A few dancing gungans. Two of these would be a good idea then. Ica and Drachma. Alright, it's all good. Any info? Same info I had last time I was here. Well, it really does become a thing of, like... Why? Actually, you know what? Let's go into the old tower and see if there's any chams in there. If you were going to use the, if you were going to use an FAQ for anything in this game, I'd suggest it to be chams, because the more chams you get, the stronger Fina's weapon is. Yeah, there we go. There's a cham up here. Without getting the chams, Fina doesn't get any stronger. And this isn't a game where you really want to rely on magic. It's not a viable solution. I mean, look at the MP you get. Level 12, 8 MP. It doesn't work. Cupel blade. Nice. Now Cupel can turn into a sword. I want to get some Maramba before we call it tonight, at least. The last time I played this with any seriousness, Maramba was where I stopped. Not really for any reason, I just never went back to it, which is kind of a shame. Ship parts. Secondary cannons. You know, what's so special about a secondary cannon? Oh, I remember that. So you can double your firepower in specific rounds. Okay. Let's see, we want some of these. We want some of these as well. We'll get 2. And then get 1 standard cannon to upgrade the main cannon with. Disco Stew, that's a good one, actually. I was thinking Tiger from Tekken, but it didn't really work, so I didn't say anything. Disco Stew's better. Let's see, we get an armoured deck. Whip that there. And then get 2 engine covers. There we go. Now the little jack is more capable than it was. And let me see, what do I want to sell? Sell all the main cannons. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, let's get going. Let's head on out. Alrighty then. That reminds me, it was the woman behind the bar wanted us to come and see her after we got back from Valua. Nice. I feel like at least one of them will be useful later. Well, to go in more detail will be spoilers. Go to the ship, and we've got some moonfish, so let's go and see the doctor. Where is he? That him? Well, Polly doesn't card anybody.
Hi.
Howdy. Feed the bird or moonfish. It's getting bigger. Man, so that sounds interesting. Is that the only moonfish we had? Don't have any others. I don't think so. Flame mantle, there it is. Yeah, looks good. Can anyone else wear the heavy armor? Fina can't wear any of the other armor we've got. 2 points of defense, but we lose 3 points of magic. So we'll leave that. Let's check them again. Okay, well, we're off. To the east. Southeast. Through the stone reef. Welcome to Nasser Kingdom. Yeah, that's why you carry a bucket of water around in the desert, because somebody's hair might burst in the flames. Yep, so the red moon bears down fire. And the kingdom of Nasser is a desert. Yeah, I'm sure in an ancient temple buried beneath the desert there's some nice clothes. They don't have currency in the Silvite civilization? The Silver civilization? What are you, from the Federation? Let's go to Moramba. Of course, Nasser has different designs on basically everything. That's what I want. The Wandering Lake. This is a discovery. The truth behind the story of the disappearing lake is even stranger. Temperature differences make a large ball of rock float above the desert sands, holding a lake of clear water. Once the water cools off, it settles downward again. How weird. I think that's a black pirate ship. So since this is a fire kingdom, chances are ice will be the best bet. Unless it's actually water. Where's your... There we go. Seems like it's doing decent damage. Oh, we'll also get to see what Pupil turns into now that we've got the blade. So sleep is a blue magic spell. And it hit everybody. Wonderful. Well, them's the breaks. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay, has that woke him up? Okay, so Vice and Drachma can both kill these in one shot. Got speed down? Okay. Take a look at that. Oh, that's attack down there. Right. Oh, wonderful. Fina's gone to sleep again. Yo, let's just do this. Finish them. I don't love the anime aesthetic of that entire thing, but essentially an old guy running at an enemy and just smacking them with their arm, with his robot arm.
Here goes!
Wonderful.
We did it!
Well, that was good. Behemoth's ring. Attacks against weak. Boost defense and magic defense. Does Fina have anything? Silver Veil increases will and magic defense. Defense and magic defense would be a good idea, but we're dropping magic defense by 11 points for a 5-point increase there. That's not worth it. Alright. Yeah, it's a black pirate. That Baltor again. That doesn't look like Baltor. Oh, it's just a standard black pirate. Alright. Okay, and then use 3-inch cannon there to cross over into when we have a good chance. Focus and focus. Great. Positioning ruined us for that first shot. Alright, we can do this. Nice. Double whammy. Alright, building up for something. We're also building up for something. Okay, now we should get an option. Breaking away. Okay, so one of these options gives us 2 chances and will reduce the risk of damage. One of them gives us no chances and increases the risk of major damage. Oh, this was the right move. Yes, it was. Awesome. Fire the standard, fire the 3-inch into here. Fire the other standard. Fend here. This should work out for us. If we want to avoid any major damage now, we need to take him down this next turn. Yes! Got him. I love the ship-to-ship combat. Well, we should head back to Maramba. And then we'll see about calling it a night. Although I want to turn in that discovery I got. Yeah, that would be the best idea. Come on, Ika, hit them all. Nice.
Over there.
Yeah, Cupid turns into a blade now. Okay, and have Dracula on that one as well. And then look, we should have them in this turn. Oh yeah, the Assassin's Blade has a chance of causing poison. That's it. Like I said earlier, it really is a shame this game isn't available on any modern systems. And let's be fair, as much as I love the GameCube, it didn't sell a whole lot, which means this game, fantastic JRPG, one of the best you can get, is available on 2 systems, neither of which are sold very well. And now this game in particular, Skies of Arcadia Legends, is one of the pricier games on GameCube. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, to be fair, this is like one of the worst places to leave us. Well, that happened. Yeah, the GameCube version got way expensive. Crazy. My guess is Sega may have produced more of the Dreamcast version. Because this was like a big Sega enterprise. Developed by a company, developed by one of Sega's subsidiaries, published by Sega. Here we are, the Sailors Guild. Let's turn in that discovery. Let's sell some info. The Wandering Lake. We get 400 gold for that. So we found the Wandering Lake. Ancient guidepost north of Sailors Island. I should have gone for that. Near Maramba. Between 100 and 200. Jeez. Last I checked, it was going for like 60. Beautiful new dancer at the tavern. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. But once we get into Maramba, we actually will be starting. Once we actually get going properly in Maramba, we'll be starting a long sequence of events. And I think the next save point will be at the next dungeon after we get going. So we'll leave it here for today. I think the most expensive game for GameCube is still Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, though. Like, let's take a look. Go to eBay. And also check Amazon. Skies of Arcadia. Skies of Arcadia. Let's see. It's the American version. Interesting. There's no listings on Amazon for the European version. Yeah, Twin Snakes is pricey. I'm only seeing the American versions. They've not got any listings, like, from the looks of it. No listings of the UK version, the European version. Which is awkward because the GameCube is region locked. There is an eBay auction going on right now that has Skies of Arcadia Legends for the GameCube at £11. That will jump up. It has 9 days, 18 hours left. That will jump up as soon as it gets close. I'll be very surprised that goes for less than 60. There's one here, Skies of Arcadia Dreamcast version. Buy it now for £55. Another one for Dreamcast. Buy it now for £54.95 with £3 delivery. Skies of Arcadia Legend. Box and manual only. They want 30 for that, which is crazy. Skies of Arcadia Legends. Buy it now for £85. Buy it now for £93.90. Buy it now for £90.65. Here's one that's interesting. 10 loose Sega Dreamcast games. Went dark quick, didn't it? Let's go and have a look at the big stone wall at least. 10 loose Sega Dreamcast games. Skies of Arcadia. Power Stone, Code Veronica X, Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, Sega Rally, Championship 2, Fighting Force 2, Ready to Rumble Boxing, NFL Blitz 2000, and Choo Choo Rocket. That's £59. Which isn't bad if you're not overly bothered about boxes. Let's check Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem Path of Radiance goes for a lot last time I checked. Okay, so Amazon has it. £195. Hey, Professor Snape. How you doing, buddy? Here's one currently in an auction. 5 bids. It's currently at £115. It has 5 days left. One here, £200 with buy it now. £155, buy it now. £160, buy it now. Yeah, no. Path of Radiance is the most expensive GameCube game. It's crazy. And Nintendo's never re-released it. Which is particularly stupid considering it's the Fire Emblem game that introduced Ike. But then I guess you could also argue that Nintendo also never released the Fire Emblem game that introduced Roy outside Japan. The Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade. Is it? No, it's the Binding Blade. Blazing Blade is the sequel, the one that did come out outside Japan. It was just called Fire Emblem. Yeah, I did notice you were here earlier, Professor. I didn't want to call you out if you didn't want to get involved in the chat, but I appreciate you watching them. Fire Emblem on 3DS Awakening, last time I saw it was like £20 or £27 or something. I bought Conquest, Fate's Conquest when it came out, but it's not a game I'd recommend. It's not great. I don't think I've ever looked for Echoes. But if you're going to get any of the Fire Emblem 3DS games, Awakening is the one you want. I do have Fire Emblem 3 Houses now, but I've not started it yet. I really want to get around to that. It sounded really interesting. Oh, you've got this game. That's good to hear. Like, more people should have this game, but we're just going over how expensive it is to actually pick up. It's a great game, but it's difficult to pick up. The only reason I have it is because I had it at the time. And I'm really glad I did. If I hadn't had this at the time, I probably never would have gotten around to playing this. Like, there are ways to play GameCube games. Like, you can get Dolphin, you can do the emulation, you know, legal. But if I hadn't had this at the time, even if I'd gone through something like that to get this game, I probably never would have played it. And I'm glad I had it at the time, because this is a fantastic game. It's the best game, it's the best RPG on GameCube. Which, like I said at the start of this stream, it's not really got much competition. The only thing that comes close to it is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Suikoden 2 is one of the most expensive PS1 games. It was great that they finally released that on PSN. Legend of Dragoon is also on PSN. It's not on the European PSN, it's on the US PSN. But I did grab it, and it is a game I want to go through at some point. Though my big concern with it, particularly with doing it on stream, is it's a PS1 JRPG that I've never played before. And doing that for an audience is always a little worrying. Doing a PS1 RPG for an audience is a little worrying because it's hard to judge just how much grinding will be required. Yeah, Legend of Dragoon, definitely a good pickup as a kid. Just those games you managed to grab at the time. Good stuff. All my GameCube games, almost all my GameCube games, bought at the time. There's very few that I got after the fact. Tales of Symphonia I picked up while I was in college. I think I paid like £20 for it. Pokemon Colosseum I picked up, I think after I left college. That was £10. And that's kind of it. I've not really had to buy many GameCube games since, because I had most of the ones that I wanted. I had this at the time, I had Twin Snakes at the time, Melee at the time, Super Mario Sunshine at the time, the Resident Evil games at the time. The one Resident Evil game I really needed to go out of my way for was RE4, because I didn't have that at the time. And Code Veronica X, which I only own for the sake of owning it, really. That's a good price. Dot Hack Part 3 and 4 go for stupid money. That's a good price. I'd love to do Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It is not a game I own. If we ever end up doing it, it's probably going to be through some means. Sort of 3 FES, I was very surprised at how expensive that is. Because the last time I checked, when I bought it, it was not expensive. I did not pay much for Persona 3 FES. And the same's true of Persona 4. I have Persona 4 over there on a shelf, sealed. I paid £20 for it. Was it 20? It's on my Amazon list, actually. I got it off Amazon. Let me check. Yeah, Persona 4, I finally got around to actually buying it for myself. 1st of September 2017. It cost me £20. Fully sealed. It's still sealed on my shelf. Because 2017, by that point I already had my Vita. And when I first played Persona 4, I borrowed it from a friend in college and I really liked it. And then I got it for myself on PSN. It is available on PSN as a PS2 Classic for PS3. Not the best way to play it, but it works. And then I got a Vita and I got Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden was one of the main games I was after for the Vita. Oh yeah, definitely. Eternal Darkness I had at the time. I don't know if that's got up in price. I've been debating another playthrough of Eternal Darkness because there's the 3 Ancients, and if you beat the game on the same save file, going through all 3 Ancients, you end up with a special ending. I've been debating going through it again to get the 2nd Ancient done, and then eventually go through it a 3rd time for the final true ending that you get for doing the 3rd one. Terra Enigma completely in bugs. I think part of that is also down to American importers really want it as well, because it never came out in the US. But my most expensive game is probably this, Skies of Arcadia. Unless there's something I am completely unaware of. That I'm completely forgetting. Terra Enigma is a Super Nintendo game. It's an action RPG, I believe. I've never actually played it. I think it's part of the Soul Blazer trilogy. It's Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma, isn't it? Like 3 games loosely connected by theme, developed by Quintet. I'm saying this as a question. I'm asking Bane, because Bane knows more than I do about it. Yeah, there you go. Illusion of Gaia released as Illusion of Time in Europe. I don't know why Terra Enigma didn't get a US release, but it's made it a very sought after Super Nintendo game. That's on top of Soul Blazer and Illusion of Gaia not being easy to find. It makes me glad I'm not into collecting. Because if I was, like, my PS2 collection's pretty solid. If I was into collecting, I'd want to collect for GameCube. And some of the stuff for GameCube is fairly easy to go for. Stuff that you might think would be a little trickier. Resident Evil Remake isn't too difficult. RE2 on GameCube doesn't go for as much as you'd think. F-Zero GX is fairly easy. Smash doesn't go for that much. Melee, despite how well loved Melee is, it doesn't go for that much. Really? They shut down the American offices? But then who published Dragon Warrior 7 on the PS1? Because we didn't get that. We'll look into this. Just says it was published by Enix. Only to reopen them a year later, jeez. Dragon Quest 7 is a game I want to get to, though probably... Personally, I'm probably going to play the 3DS version if I ever get around to it, rather than the PS1 version. Which would have to be emulated in some fashion because the game wasn't released over here and it's expensive. That said, I have recently set up my PS3 again. I did that on Sunday. It was how we played Final Fantasy VIII on Sunday. We'd been playing it off the PSTV prior to that. Because I have the PSTV, so I set up the PS3 again, and we got a bunch of stuff on there we can do. We might be going back to Deadly Premonition at some point with it, because with the PS3 set up again, we have access to the Director's Cut, which is how I originally played Deadly Premonition for a bit. Yeah, that is also the reason Suikoden 2 is so rare everywhere. It seems like it didn't sell well in the US or in Europe. Which is a shame, because then people found out it was like one of the best RPGs ever. And its focus on politics rather than fighting monsters or anything is a fascinating change of pace. Oh, you don't have a copy of Soul Blazer? Surprised at that. I need to decide what we're going to be doing next week. Do we continue this, much as I'd love to, or do we leave this for Sundays, like we are Final Fantasy VIII? I'm tempted to continue this. Norwegian completing gods. Would that have been in English? Would it have had multiple languages? I'm not awfully well versed with how Super Nintendo games were like that. It's like my copy of Shadow Heart's Covenant is German copy, but because of the way the European releases work, it has the full English language option. because it's a big part of the reason why a lot of companies were not fond of releasing games in Europe for a long time, because it usually meant you'd have to localize them into more languages. Which a lot of companies didn't want to do. German DKC 2 is in English. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo didn't bother localizing a lot of their games in different languages. But stuff like Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, that kind of thing, they don't really matter. The language. Like, I've been through a bunch of the Japanese Castlevanias. It doesn't matter. The intro is in Japanese, the rest of the game means nothing, and is in English. Like, the HUD is in complete English, like player, enemy, score, all that is in complete English in Castlevania. Whether you play the Japanese version or not. I'm glad I picked up my German copy of Shadow Hearts Covenant. It was the cheapest option. And it is still PAL version, so it works on my PS2. Great. I'll get around to playing that one day. HDMI converter for the component/VGA cables fell down. I need to stick it back up. Once I do that, we should go back to some PS2 stuff. Shadow Hearts really is on the list, and I need to get around to it at some point. Oh no, that's just stones. We're actually in the desert. Welcome to the end of the stream, Star. Let's say we've been sat here for like 20 minutes. We could have gone to the next save point. His Vice's feel look like they're really long. Yeah, maybe we'll continue this next week. I've been enjoying this, and it'd be a good idea not to leave it off for months again. And there's Persona 3 that I should go back to as well. Yeah. Really am tempted. Did you ever see this game all the way through, Ben? Is this one of those games you watch the playthroughs of? Because I know you're not big on the GameCube. Like you didn't have a GameCube at the time, and you've not played a lot of the GameCube stuff you actually have. Like why own a GameCube and not play Metroid Prime? Maybe get around the I've been debating getting around to recording Metroid Prime for the channel, but it would mean committing myself to chronological order for Metroid. I did Zero Mission, and chronologically after Zero Mission comes Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3, then Metroid 2, Return of Samus, then Super Metroid, then Other M, and then Metroid Fusion. I see anything in this game aside from the streams. Maybe I should do it then. I mean, I did Persona 5 for one stream and I stopped because I didn't want to spoil it for you. Because you seem like you were interested in Royal. But chances are you'll never actually pick this game up yourself unless you really go out of your way to throw the cash down. Yeah, maybe we will. God knows I love this game and I've been meaning to replay it anyway. then after that, maybe we'll go back and finish Persona 3, although... this game is longer than you think it is. There are so many points in the game where you think we've got to be getting near the end, and then... you're not. Although saying that, I remember that mostly from... when I played it as when I was younger. Thinking like, wow, the game, we've got to be near the end of the game now, and then it went on for like another 10 hours. Well, you see, the reason I refuse your Bison dollars is that the exchange rate has not yet been set, because Bison has not gone around to kidnapping the Queen yet. If you're interested at some point, I'll lend you the game. Lend you the disc. Yeah, Persona 5. Persona 5 would be worth leaving off, though, because Royal is due out. You'll get around to it eventually. Now, Persona 5 would be worth leaving, although Persona 5 might be worth doing before Royal comes out. That is the trick, isn't it? Take a break from trying to do the backlog, go through this, and then go through Persona 5 before the Royal comes out. What's the Royal due? When's Royal due out? Persona 5 The Royal is due for release in March 31st, 2020. And it does bring up the question, is Atlas going to be trying to reinstate the ban they had on streaming and streaming and putting videos up of Persona 5 past a certain date to avoid spoilers? Because if they are, that is complete and utter bullshit, considering Persona 5 was out for like 6 months. It came out in April, didn't it? So it's from September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It was out for like 8 months in Japan. And then when it comes out in the West, like, if you stream or show videos of this past a certain date, we're going to come down heavy on you with copyright strikes. It's like, you're really going to pull this when the game's been out for 8 months in Japan? Persona 5 The Royal's been out since last year in Japan as well. Maybe we'll leave off Persona 3 for that. I wouldn't be overly against restarting Persona 3 again anyway. Yeah, going for Persona 5 would be a bad idea. We'll see about that. Maybe we'll do Persona 5 and then do Skies of Arcadia. I don't know, we'll see. But in the meantime, that is definitely going to call an end to the stream, because we've been sat here for like half an hour doing nothing. We should have thrown the intermission screen up. It doesn't fit. Wait, let me resize this. Hey, the chat box does work there, that's nice. Yeah, we should have used the intermission screen. I never used this screen. Never really have a reason to. Yeah, that's gonna call it for tonight. We'll be back Sunday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, with the continuation of Final Fantasy VIII. What happened after Kenny got pierced through the chest with ice? With the ice strike from India. Find out on Sunday as we begin Disc 2 of Final Fantasy VIII. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for watching. I always appreciate the support. I really appreciate everybody watching. Special thanks to Bane, Clem, Star, Professor. I don't think anybody else joined the chat. Let me go back and check the chat, make sure I haven't missed anybody. I'd like to thank everybody who joined the chat individually. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Bane, Clem, Star, Professor, for joining the chat. I always appreciate it, guys. Chat is what keeps the stream going. See about this. No, it's a bit too big. I need the largest birdseed bag you have. No, that's too big. Why does it keep shrinking like I want to try it just the size? Yeah, that'll do, that's fine. Yeah, back on Sunday, 8 PM, Great Bean Time, GMT, Final Fantasy VIII, continuing after getting stabbed in the chest with ice. Disc 2. Disc 2, baby. Meantime, once again, special thanks to Bane, Clem, Star, Professor, joining the chat is what keeps the stream going. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just talking to myself and I do enough of that in my day life. Once again, thank you all for watching. Oh, actually, we've got some new commands that we haven't tested out. Because I set up some new commands here. What we got? We got followed here. So if you type in !followed, it will tell you the date you followed the stream, which is pretty neat. What else do we got? Following. If you type it in !following, it tells you how long you've been following. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I think they were the test streams back in May. I remember we did Sonic Adventure 2 for one of them. Professor's name started following on the 16th of September, back when we were doing a Lundra. I think we were in the Desert Palace when you followed, Professor. When started following on the 30th of October. I wasn't streaming anything when you followed me. Just started following me when we were talking about in the Discord. If we do !stats, you get information on the current stream. Currently doing Skies of Arcadia Legends. Session 2, we've been up for 3 hours, 11 minutes, 47 seconds. We currently have 5 viewers. Everybody can do that. Yeah, it was the Desert Palace. If you do !time, it will tell you the current time for me. So you know exactly what time it is for me. So you don't need to worry about figuring out what time it is. If we do !uptime, it will tell you how long the stream has currently been up for, which is pretty neat. What else do we have? We have recent followers. If you type in recent !recent followers, it'll tell you the last 3 people to follow the stream. Which anybody can do, and then the moderators, which currently is only Bane and the robot. I think I do, but not for everybody. Here's one, the moderator, top 5 time. This one doesn't seem to be working, but it should be saying the top 5 users based on how much time they spent watching, and it should have the actual number of hours there, which means Bane should be at the top, with Professor second, I think. And then Clem and Star should both be in there. I'm not sure who would be 5th. But that's one the moderator can do. I'll need to look into that, make sure, see how that's working. But that's one you can do, Bane, as the moderator. And you can also do the followers. This is one for the moderators as well. It will tell you how many followers we currently have. We're on 39. Possibly a star, so it's been a while. But I think that is everything. All the new commands we've got. That's time, top 5 time. Probably going to look into putting more of those up and figuring out what's wrong with the top 5 based on the hours. But that should be fun. The death counter for Dark Souls 2 is currently 127. I'm going to be leaving it like that for a bit, because based on the way Dark Souls 2 ended, with it sending us back to the bonfire, not immediately throwing us into the game plus, I'm considering going back to that at some point to do some of the DLC and some of the bosses that we missed. So Dark Souls 2, the game is finished, but it ain't over. But that's going to be in the future. That'll be between. That'll be before we do Bloodborne, though. It'll be a while. What mod tools do I have? Right, that's not actually for the mods. That's for the bot. Fair enough. That's all good. Yeah, that is the stream. Once again, thank you to Bane, Professor, Clem, Star for joining the chat. I always really appreciate that. Hope you get some use out of the commands. I will have to make a timer for putting down some of those commands, actually. Get the bot to remind people of these commands so you can check them out. So uptime isn't a bad one to check out. My time isn't a bad one, and if I can get the top 5 vault time working, I might have that set to a timer. As it is now, I think it's the last 5 people that follow me, which I can check right now. Actually, let me check the mini feed. No, it isn't. We're missing somebody. That Dahlia started following, but that Dahlia followed me while I wasn't streaming. Maybe that's why, because Soul followed me while I was doing the RE3 stream a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's going to do it. Once again, thank you all for watching. We'll be back on Sunday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT, with more Final Fantasy VIII as we begin Disc 2. Based on how we've gone so far, I am hoping to have that game done before the end of January. What am I saying? We're doing it once a week. We're not having that game done before the end of January. I'm hoping to have that game done before like 12 sessions, I guess. I don't know. Sunday will be session 4. We'll see. It'll be fun. Well, thank you all for sticking around during my ramblings. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. I'll catch you next time. Noodles. Yeah, hopefully before 2021, Clint. Come on. It's not like I'm doing Persona once a week. It ain't an 80-hour RPG. That is exactly why I don't want to do Persona on Sundays. That would be like a year. Ugh. I love Persona, but I don't want to spend that long doing it. Yeah, take care, everybody.